Welcome back once again. This weekend we are going to be taking a look at the Orbit version 5. 5th edition Orbit deck by Chris Orbit Brown and United States Playing Card Company. I'm excited for this one. It's going to be sick.
Let's go.
If you take a look at the tuck case, it just has that Orbit logo on it. Looks like the front of all of their tuck cases. The back has the back design of the cards. The side has that ad copy about the Orbit deck. 5th edition written on the other side. And the bottom just has that Orbit logo. The top of it has a quote. I don't know if you can see that. It says, "The deeper you gaze into the cosmos, the harder it is to look back. Persist and endure." Thanks, Orbit Brown. Thank you. Inside just has hashtag the Orbit deck and at the Orbit deck. That's if you want to follow them on Twitter and Insta. Got that sick orange cardstock on the inside of the tuck. I really like that. Looks good. So now let's go ahead and break these out of the box, see how they handle, see what they feel like. Insert B-roll.
Paper, see the green glow, blowing smoke down the Cali coast like a steamboat. Yeah, you know the whole team dope on that Charlie Brown cloud, following where we go.
First impressions of this deck, as you can probably tell from the B-roll, these cards are pretty snappy, pretty thin. They do spring well. In the beginning, they fan very well. The issue that I'm having already, though, is that the cards are clumping. It probably has a lot to do. It's a very hot day here. It's also a little bit humid, so it might have a lot to do with that. We were by the water. Clumped up these cards a little bit, so I'll give you an update on that later on. You can see this is the back design. You can tell just by looking that this is an Orbit deck. It's got that circle in the middle with the 2 astronauts in it. Feature of this deck that you could definitely tell from the intro is that orange ribbon that goes through those broken borders. Looks really good. According to Orbit Brown, these are a one-way back design. He even said in the description of the deck that he would be surprised if you could figure out how it was a one-way back design. I can't figure it out, so maybe you can. I have no idea. This is the Ace of Spades that you're gonna get. If you've seen the Orbit 4th edition, it's the exact same. The only difference is this one is in color. It actually looks really good. That's a pretty sick Ace of Spades. It's got the astronaut inside the ace on the moon looking at the Earth. Edgy. Real edgy. Fuck. All right, now the Jokers you're gonna get are gonna be identical. It's gonna be the same again from the Orbit 4th edition, only in color. It's gonna be the astronaut riding a bicycle. It's kind of a play off of the 808 Riderbacks Joker. The only gaff card that you're gonna get with this deck is a double backer. I use double backers all the time, so this is good. As far as your court cards, they're gonna look almost standard. They do have very muted colors though on the pips. So you can see on the spades, we have this blue and red king. And that kind of muted black, it's almost more like a charcoal gray look. That actually looks pretty sick. I'm into that. Here's that kind of pale red color you get on the hearts and diamonds. They look like the same royalty cards that you would get on like the Blue Crown deck, like that old USPCC standard. The cards do come on a crushed USPCC bicycle stock, which is okay, obviously, if you're into cardistry. If you like thinner feeling cards, these cards are pretty thin. They feel exactly like the Orbit version 4s. The last ones were black. I do like these ones are a lot more colorful. They have that summery kind of orange and blue look. Looks really good. So that's pretty much what I have to say about the Orbit deck. To answer some of the questions that I know I'm gonna get about this, I think it's $12. Don't quote me on that. I know I always say that, but I think this deck is 12 bucks. Would I use them for Magic? No, probably not. I like to use cards that are a little bit easier to recognize, and as well, I can already tell these cards aren't gonna last me very long. I'm probably gonna have to pick up another deck if I wanna keep using them. How does it compare to the other Orbit decks that we all know and love? It's pretty much the exact same. I like the color scheme of this one a lot. And the last thing that I will say about this deck is I want to say thank you to Orbit Brown for allowing me to do this deck review. So I really look forward to whatever comments you leave down below. Let me know what you thought of this deck review and if there's any other decks that you would like me to review just for you. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe if you did like this video. New video coming tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. I know I said that I'll probably do a deck collection video. Still working out some details for that. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Let me know in the comments. Well, that's pretty much gonna do it for today's deck review. Go pick up this deck if you're interested. Peace.
Let's go.